Tonight I'm making homemade liquid laundry soap. A lot of times I do the powder laundry soap just for ease of not having to cook it up. So this is my laundry soap bucket, and my husband got me this because it has a removable lid on the top, which is really great for pouring the laundry soap because having to get this lid off can be quite hard. So this is a 5-gallon bucket, and when you make this laundry soap, it's actually concentrated at the 5 gallons, and it makes 10 gallons. So what you have an empty liquid laundry soap container, then you can put it in that and then add it half full with water. So it's concentrated. So here I have my grated soap, and you can use Fells Naphtha soap, which is $1 a bar where I'm at. And that's this one. This one is Zote, Z-O-T-E, and it's pink. Apparently it is very common in Mexico, and it is a laundry bar, so I wanted to give it a try. It has a very nice fragrant smell. The Fells Naphtha kind of has a nauseating smell when you're cooking it down, and it kind of smells up the house for a couple of days. So it's not a bad smell, it's just really strong, almost citrusy. And if you want a more of a fragrance-free smell, the Kurtz Castile soap is really nice, and I have that also. So what we're going to do is add water to this and melt it down to liquid. Okay, so we've moved into the bathroom. I have my melted laundry soap. I've got a half a cup of borax and 1 cup of Arm & Hammer baking soda. We're in the bathroom because I store my stuff in here, but this is the super washing soda. It's not Arm & Hammer baking soda. This is slightly different. It is something carbonate instead of bicarbonate. I'll have to double check about that. And then this is your borax. These are the only brands that I've ever seen these in, so look for that. And I've seen some recipes where people will add actual baking soda in equal parts to the mixed formula. I've mostly only seen it in powdered form. This works best for not heavily soiled clothes. I found that with my son's clothes, he eats a lot of Chef Boyardee items, and his shirts wear a lot of Chef Boyardee items, that it doesn't always come out well for him. So you want to mix these together, and you want to make sure that you don't have necessarily little people around. Baking soda is fine. It's still considered a cleaning product. This is safe to use in high efficiency washing machines and front loaders also because it is low to no sudsing. But I don't know about the Zote soap. I would probably stick to the Kurtz Castile or the Fells Naphtha with that. The Zote seems to be a little bit bubbly and frothy just from melting it. So you want to stir this until it's dissolved. And I had clumps from having this underneath my sink and kids in my house. So I'm just kind of mashing that up. We're going to add this into the 5-gallon bucket. And we're going to add it, add with it more hot water. And the other reason for having it in the bathroom, it's a lot easier to fill a 5-gallon bucket with hot water from the bathtub than from the kitchen sink. So wash out your utensils really good. The slowest part about making this is grating your soap, and you can run it through a food processor if you like. You can cut it into chunks and put it on like the pulsate. I actually use my cheese grater because it's just kind of nice. Okay, for the sake of any small children in the house, you don't want to leave a 5-gallon bucket of liquid open. They can fall in and not get themselves out. There should be a warning on any 5-gallon bucket telling you that it is a ground hazard, so make sure and be aware of that. You want this to cool down, and because this has an open spout on it, I'm going to make sure that this is on while it cools. Okay, I've got my 5-gallon bucket there all set, and it is going to cool. So the reason to let it cool is to let it thicken, and generally you can let it cool for the day or let it cool overnight. If you like your laundry soap scented, you could add essential oils to it. I have lavender and peppermint on hand. Lavender is very calming. I a lot of times use this homemade laundry soap for bedding. It's really great for, you know, freshening it and helping the kids sleep to have that nice smell. Plus, I do a lot of line drying. We're kind of running out of the warm days for line drying clothes, so the essential oils really make it nice. So you can add that to it. It is 10 to 15 drops per 1 to 2 gallons of liquid soap, depending on how fragrant you want it. Generally, I do leave it out or just add peppermint or lavender. If you have skin allergies or you like products like the Tide Free and Clear, just try it without and see how you do with just that. So to use your liquid laundry soap, it is 5/8 of a cup per load on a top loading washing machine, and that gets you 180 loads in the end. In a front loading washing machine, it's 1/4 cup per load, and that gets you 640 loads in the end. So you can see how this can cost pennies per load. Because you are spending 99 cents for the bar soap and the baking soda and borax are only like $3 to $4 a box, you get so much out of it. I also use those cleaning products in my other homemade items. So it really does cost pennies a load, and it can save you a lot of money. I buy Tide for my husband's work clothes, and the other day it was $18.99 for a box that is 102 loads. So you can really tell there's some serious savings to be had with that. So be frugal, save some money, and make some homemade laundry soap. In all, like I said, I washed up the dishes and got it done. Babies need me, so I gotta go. But it was 15-20 minutes. Big Brother Jack to the rescue.